Well, welcome back to the Smith Family Story, a 9-part caregiving series where I take you over my shoulder and show you what really happens inside a family when aging starts changing everything. This is part 5 of 9. If you missed the earlier videos, go back and start there first. Hi, I'm Suzanne Fasella, a retired physician assistant and healthcare advocate who teaches family caregivers how to go from emotional chaos to strong leadership in senior care with more confidence, less exhaustion, and the right resources. I don't fix problems. I teach caregivers how to fix their own problems. So by this point, I have seen enough. I've seen the house. I've seen the relationships between Mary and Dan, Mary and her parents, and between her parents. I've seen the strain. I've seen the small corrections, the pride, the exhaustion. I've seen what I came to see. Everyone wants the same thing. They want safety and dignity. They want peace, but they were pulling in different directions to get there, and they were coming from different avenues. That's when I asked the question most families avoid. Mr. Smith, I say, if things change, and they will, how do you want to handle that? So that's what I asked him. When things change, and they will, how do you want to handle that? Well, he leans back and he's quiet. And for the first time, he didn't fill the silence. So I drew 2 invisible lines on the table with my finger. And I said, there are always 2 roads. And one road keeps things exactly as they are, no outside help, no adjustments. We protect independence at all costs. And he nods. And the other road, I said, what are we looking at here? And the other road keeps independence as long as possible, but allows support when it's needed, adjustments, help, and a conversation before a crisis occurs. Well, Mrs. Smith looks down. She doesn't want to even think about what her husband's about to say. Mary holds her breath. She's not going to speak. And Mr. Smith just sits there staring at the table. I want no one to speak. Then he said something simple. I don't want to be a burden. That sentence changed the room. Because now we weren't talking about moving. We were not talking about walkers or medical records. We were talking about choice. Mr. Smith's choice. And choice is powerful. Choice is independence. Choice is no losses. It removes blame. It removes rescue. It removes silent resentment. Choice. It's so important. And when someone chooses their road, something else happens. So I always do the 2 roads conversation. The caregiver is released when I do this. Released from steering, released from forcing, released from guessing. Mary told me later that it felt like a 2-ton weight had been lifted off her shoulders when her father said that. He did not want to be a burden. Not because everything was solved, far from it, right? But because the direction was finally clear. You see, Mary saw her dad saying, support means burden. She didn't realize that these are 2 different things. Love is not enough. Without structure, without understanding like this, love turns into control or guilt or exhaustion. The 2 roads conversation doesn't fix decline. Nothing can. It separates love from rescue. And once that separation happens, everything else can be built steadily. Mr. Smith will always have choice. He will never lose that. That's part of his independence. He will always have it. Adding support is not a burden. They are two different things. So on Friday, I'm going to tell you what happened next and why most families never get to this moment on their own. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.